Is this the best Warhammer rulebook Games Workshop have ever produced? I thought my table was going to collapse then. So this is the new rulebook for Warhammer, the Horus Heresy Age of Darkness, which is the second edition of the Horus Heresy rules. This one, and I'm going to have to put it down, this one came in the big new Age of Darkness boxed set, but is now out for pre-order for its own separate release. Like I said, it is a big, chunky, heavy book, and it definitely seems worth the money. So when it does come out separately, I don't know if it's actually going to be worth the money, because I don't know how much it's going to cost. I'm going to assume about £40. You can make your own mind up if you think that's a fair deal or not. Oh, there's also going to be a collector's edition, allegedly, and it is like the old black book style with the metal corners, which will probably cost you twice as much. But I know some people like the old black stools. Black stools? I know there's some blood in your stool there if it's black. Black books. I know some people enjoy their black books. Hold on, I've got one here. Let's see if there's a size different. Yes, book 7 is considerably bigger than the new rule book. So I wonder, there you go, if the new one will be the same size as this old black book, or if it will be this size book in this sort of cover. There's some filth on the back of there. It looks like flattened worms. No, it's just dust. Anyway, that's enough waffle. Let's jump in and have a look at this rulebook. Alrighty everybody, what do you know? It's the Warhammer, the Horus Heresy show here with the Age of Darkness rulebook. And we're just going to have a little scout through this to see if we can see any interesting things. We're not going to be dwelling on rules and things. That's for other people to have a look at. And look at his head all lit up there. Interesting. So we open up with a map. And we have a blank page, and there is the Emperor versus Horus, and Sanguinius dead on the floor. They're used to laying around dead, the Blood Angels, you know. And then we have an eagle eating a snake, or fighting a snake, I should say. I don't know if eagles eat snakes. So we move into the Horus Heresy, Age of Darkness, which teaches about collecting and painting and the legend. And so we move from there to the Age of the Emperor, which is a fluff section. And there is my granny's knickers rule page bookmark thing. And we have the Unification Wars. We have Magos Reductor Caleb Decima of the Ordo Reductor there. So this is lots of fluff telling us about the Great Crusade and the forces that made up the Great Crusade and what happened in the Horus Heresy. Talk about the Imperium of Mankind, Remembrances, the Mechanicum, the Administratum, the Elucidatum, not heard of those before. Are they new in this edition? Never heard of them. There's After Ulanor, now known as Armageddon, you know. The Legions Astartes here tells us about some pictures. There's that piece of artwork by Midwinter Minis. And that was a joke, by the way. I don't think it was by him. I think this is a new piece. There is Tiberos the Red Wake's helmet. Is that Saturnine Terminator pattern? You tell me. And then we move into Space Marine armour. I would have liked it if they'd have showed us Mark 1 armour, but I reckon they're saving that for the Unification Wars supplement at some point. Different bolt guns there. Umbra pattern being the best, in my opinion. So we start with Mark 2. Not a very interesting mark of armour. Mark 3, I think it's okay. Mark 4, I used to like it, but I don't so much anymore. Mark 5, I think, is a very interesting mark of armour. And Mark 6, the best mark of armour. And then we look at all the different legions. So we start with the Dark Angels. There's their Primarch, Lion L. Johnson. The Emperor's Children, with their Primarch, Fulgrim. The Iron Warriors here, with their Primarch Perturabo, or Peter Turbo, as some people like to call him. And then it's the White Scars with Jagatai Khan, and I do like their flaggy style banners there. I think they're very nice. The Space Wolves up next with Lehman Russ. Who's next? It's the Imperial Fists, and they have a Primarch known as Rogel Dawn. I do like these artwork pieces, by the way. The Night Lords up next, the Best Legion, and their Primarch, Conrad Kurz from Apocalypse Now. If you've ever seen Apocalypse Now, please let me know what it's like in the comments below, as I still haven't got round to watching it. It's the Blood Angels up next, or the Eaters of the Dead, with their Primarch, Sanguinius, possibly the best Primarch. I do quite like old Sangy Boy, although he is dead. Laying on the floor as usual, on the front there. There he is, laying about. Sanguinius the Layabout, he was known as. The Iron Hands, with Ferrus Manus. There he is with his head. Rare picture there. This guy has a mechanical foot. I do like the springs on there. Very interesting. World Eaters up next. Their Primarch Angron. And the Ultramarines up next with their Primarch Rabute Gilliman. And there are many, many ways in which to pronounce his name, and no one really knows the official name, I believe. Or official way to pronounce it, I should say. The Death Guard in here with their Primarch Mortarion. I do like the Death Guard colour scheme. I think it's very nice. Thousand Suns up next. We're on to the 15th Legion already with the Primarch Magnus the Red. The Egyptian Legion or the Psychic Legion weren't fun to play against in first edition when they came out around the release of Book 7. Sons of Horus up next, or Sons of Horus up next, if you pronounce his name incorrectly. There he is, Horus Lupercal, not Horace. Don't call him Horace. That's Horace Goes Skiing. This is Horus Lupercal. I do like the green on this armour. It's moved away. It used to be more of a bluey green. Now it's definitely in the green. Word Bearers up next. There he is, Baldy, Lorgar. I do like his expression on his face with the biggest lips of any Primarch. A very well detailed banners there. And they even have some nice writing on their chainsword. Salamanders up next with their Primarch Vulcan. Never really was much of a fan of the Salamanders. And then we have the Raven Guard. Always did enjoy the Raven Guard with Billy from Predator playing Korax here. There he is. Whatever it is, it don't know man. Or whatever he says. I can't remember what he says in that movie. But the Raven Guard are very nice. Nice battle damage on this pauldron. Then we have the Alpha Legion. There's the Emperor Palpatine in the background, or someone that looks like him. It might actually just be a stone, you know. Their Primarch, Alpharius and Omegon. Bit of a spoiler there, I do apologise. And then we have Talons of the Emperor, comprising of Sisters of Silence, the Custodes, Imperial Assassins. Nice to see they might make an appearance in this edition of Heresy. The Ordo Sinister. That's the Titan Legion, by the way, the Psychic Titan Legion. The Solar Auxilia, or Solar Auxilia, I should say, wearing a lovely pair of boots. Hopefully they'll come out in plastic again. The Mechanicum up next, played by power gamers and WARC specialists alike. You always can tell your Mechanicum players by people who really want to win. That's another joke, by the way. I imagine someone's going to get offended. And here we have a Titan from the Titan Legions. Not much on those. Not much on the Dark Mechanicum either, just in there. Now we're on to the Age of Darkness, which teaches us all about the Horus Heresy. And there's one of those timelines that I never really read. I'm not really sure why. There's probably some nice, interesting bits in there. If anyone notices anything interesting that's in there, then let us all know in the comments below. And here we move on to more Horus Heresy background, and there's a map again. There's that planet, Qui-Gon, not Qui-Gon Jinn. It's Qui-Jin. Nice little Easter egg in there for Star Wars fans. So, while studying my new Horus Heresy rulebook, I noticed an interesting little detail on the back of the book. Down here, near the Union Jack Made in the UK logo, it says, if you're enjoying this video, then please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel. That means you, Rory. If you are enjoying the content here on the channel, then please consider joining the Patreon, the link to which is in the description below or up here somewhere. Now we're into the core rules at this point. Bang! Into the book. The Imperial Fist Dreadnought there, looking very nice in yellow. Something to do with blast markers. The spirit of the game. We won't read that. Now we're into the turn. Reactions, these are all new. Some people will go in depth into the reactions and tell you all about them. I won't. There's a couple of Spartan colour plates. They look very nice. I think the Sons of Horus actually look better. Sons of Horus goes skiing. God, I'm saying it myself now. Oh my word. Sons of Horus, I should say. Movement phase. Moving vertically. Is this kit out? I don't recognise this piece of building. Piece of building. Shooting phase up next, always good fun. Lots of shooting phase, still more shooting phase, yet more shooting phase into weapons. Destroyer weapons. Is strength D back in here? Is D destroyer? I don't remember. We'll have to read these rules later. The assault phase with the surge move. Fight sub-phase, roll to hit, combat pile-in, initiative step, and the morale phase. I hope they've simplified this a bit, because everyone always gets it wrong when I play. Maybe not, it looks complicated still. Anyway, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We'll just carry on anyway. Carry on regardless. And we're into song again. Unit types up next. Automata, that's what my ex-employer wanted us to be. Unfortunately, we said no, so we all left. Demons over here, Primarch. Don't let your employer let you be an automaton either. Stick up for yourself. Characters here. Heroic Stand. He's a unit that consists of a character that cannot refuse a challenge. Very interesting. Psychic powers up next. There's some Sisters of Silence hanging outside the local sewage plant. Not sure why they want to be there. Vehicles. There's a guy with his binoculars looking at the back of that Terminator's head. Someone painted I'm an idiot on there or something, I assume. Ramming. Lots of vehicle rules. We're back with facing, so you'll all be happy. I'm not too bothered either way. I like this building here. Here we see a Spartan playing peekaboo with some Sons of Horus here. Then we have some more vehicles. Disembarkation rules, lots of those. Slow vehicles. Still more rules on vehicles. Knights and Titans. Ramming a Knight. Ramming a Titan. And then flyers. Always a little bit... what's the word? Oh... Not convoluted, always a little bit conventional, always a bit controversial, that's the word I was looking for. It only took me about 5 minutes to remember that word. Battlefield terrain with this lovely crane here. I think that was used in a diorama made by Forge World in about 2013. The Calf board, I believe. There is... a Cestus Assault Ram, which doesn't appear to be in the Legion rulebooks. So maybe that'll pop up again later on. We're into fortifications now, Imperial bunkers, defense lines. There's a big gangly knight. It's the special rules section. What special rules do I have? Have a look in your rules. Lots of special rules sections. Blast, blind, bulky, exoshock, eternal warrior, gets hot, fleshbane. Here we are with the massive list. We could probably just simplify these to a sentence or two with each heading and make our own little cheat sheet, as it were. Still more universal special rules. Still more universal special rules. And then we move on to... what, huh? What's this bit? Sons of Horus, collecting an army. So we're on to the gaming in the Age of Darkness now. And here they are. Here are Mark Reynolds' Sons of Horus, looking very nice. I do like the assault drill thing. Mark Bedford's Iron Hands. Mark Bedford has been in and around the game for a long time. Always nice to see his stuff. Don't think I've ever seen his Iron Hands before. Stephen May's Word Bearers. These look very nice indeed. Mark Bedford again with some more salamanders. These look very nice. Rich Dancy's Night Lords. They do look nice, but they are Night Lords, so obviously they will. It's Mark Bedford again with some Raven Guards. This man must paint more Space Marines than anyone else in the world. He's painted so many. Paul Rudge's Death Guard. He's been painting those for a while. I remember his Death Guard Contemptor at the Games Day 2012 on the release of Horus Heresy 1, I believe. I might be wrong. I might be misremembering it. That was a decade ago when I was a young man. Solar Auxilia, and here we have modes of play: narrative play, campaign play, open play, matched play, team play. I don't think many people have really looked into the different types of play yet. Then we have preparing for battle, types of units, restrictions, Force Org charts. I like the Force Org chart. I'm glad that is back. The Allies Matrix. And then Warlord traits. Dawn looking like he can't really be asked here. Going up against Horus. No, Horus there. This thing. What's the name of this thing? This was always a pain in the butt. I can never remember the name of it. And here we have a couple of battlefields laid out as examples. This spaceport looks very nice. I like this bit of scenery here. I might try and build something like that. It looks like two 2-litre bottles of Coke with a platform on top. There's some more. I like those. The Hive War Zone with paper mache walls, copied from Blue Peter's Tracy Island. If you remember Tracy Island in Blue Peter, let us know in the comments below. There's some Custodes, looking very snazzy. That Big Knight, I can never remember the name of, and we're into the Horus Heresy era battlefield, as opposed to any other era. Deployment zones all look pretty familiar to me. Not enough room, I just haven't got enough room. I wonder what that rule was. I'll have a look at that another day. Objective markers, very interesting. Mission special rules, night fighting. I see night fighting is back. 99% of people forgot about night fighting unless they were Night Lords. Then we have the different missions: Blood Feud, Onslaught, Shatter Strike, Dominion, Tide of Carnage, War of Lies. You have to say it like that. War of Lies. Don't know why. Here's a big Imperial Fists army. Obviously becoming one of the poster boys for Heresy. Don't think I've ever seen that Deredeo with the missiles painted before. Can I get a big picture of that, please, Games Workshop? And then another little box out. And then we're into Psychic Disciplines. Hopefully this is all considerably better than the previous edition. A reference chart and damage tables and sheets and things. Is this damage table the same as the previous editions? You tell me. I'm not going to dwell on it. Core reactions. Nice that they have their own little bit in the end. And then the index already. We're already in the index, and there's just some pictures of painted units and some novels you might wish to buy, along with the planet Qui Jin from Star Wars. And on the back, it gives us a little blurb, and there's that nice little eagle eating a snake picture again. So, that was the new Horus Heresy rulebook smashing up my table. What did you think of that. I think it's a very nice book. It's very chunky, it's full of lore, it's full of art, and full of rules, funnily enough. Hopefully they'll be better than the previous edition's rules. But we shall see. The proof is in the pudding, as it were, as they say. And someone once told me that the correct term is the proof of the pudding is in the eating. But no one says that. Have you picked up the new Horus Heresy rulebook? And if you did you get it in your big box or did you buy it separately? And if you bought it separately, which version did you buy? I myself got mine in the big box. Do you like the new rules in the new Horus Heresy game? Like I said, I haven't played a game yet, so I don't have an opinion on it, although it looks a bit tidier. Anyway, if you want to see some more unboxing videos, and I know you do, then check out the playlist up here somewhere. As always, thank you very much for watching, and always remember to drill your barrels.